Lugumon, a dog-like Digimon descended from domesticated wolves, has Eiji's 3 Tyrannomon cornered and intimidated in his Digimon Linker's virtual training cage. Professor Ryuzenji tells Eiji that the DS, or D4, is an indicator of his own making that shows the compatibility between a Digimon and its tamer, in this case. The compatibility between Eiji and Lugumon is extremely high, one of the highest even among top breeders. This indicator shows the potential that a Digimon has to evolve thanks to being connected 24 hours a day to its tamer via the Digimon Linker. Eiji is willing to do anything to please the professor and to raise this Digimon up to Mega level, which he is already extremely curious about, as, for example, the mark and protectors covering Lugumon's forehead have already caught Eiji's attention. Digimon Seekers. Chapter 1.8. The Code Cracking Team. The Code Cracking Team is a community of anonymous individuals who share the common goal of freedom of the network, freedom of the digital world. There is no membership list. It is not a club of friends. There are various groups within the Code Cracking Team. They have different ideologies, principles, and goals. Often, there are fights among them. Crack teams are at odds with the existing law and authority, the government. They are a group of outcasts who have been labeled an antisocial group. This is the common denominator through a process of elimination. Nevertheless, those who call themselves code crackers more or less agree with the philosophy of the code cracking team and participate in its activities in a relaxed manner. On the monitor, a short movie uploaded to the Grim video service is shown to promote the code cracking team. Freedom of the network, freedom of the digital world. The digital world has no borders and no laws. Therefore, no government or law can block all activities involving Digimon. Ryuzenji speaks. This is a common argument from the code cracker side. I don't know anything about the details. I had no connections, no education, and it was simply the most lucrative job for me at the time. He first got interested in code cracking in high school. One of his questionable seniors talked him into doing it for the money. It's a common occurrence. It was probably a good fit for him. He made more than enough money doing it on a part-time basis. But after giving up on college entrance exams, Eiji started to take code cracking much more seriously. He decided he'd tried to make a living at it. You can do whatever you want. It's true. I can work however I want. But to the government, code crackers are the network's worst offenders, causing nothing but trouble. But be careful of traps. Get greedy, and the Digipolice will come after you. The police department that handles cyber crimes has a team that deals with Digimon crimes. The Digipolice. It is a secret organization that has not been publicized, but it is known among code crackers. Just recently, a high school student acting as a code cracker to poach Digitama was arrested by the team. You're on the code cracking team, but you're not really interested in their philosophy. Freedom for you is, I guess, a sense of fashion. Shallow of me, right? But right now, I want a job and track record. I wonder where the track record or your future will lead you. Eiji. What is your dream? I want to win. Eiji replies with sincerity. Oh wow. Win what? I can't do it in real life, but on the internet, I'd like to become so big that I can change reality. I want to earn money, evolve my Digimon and become a top-notch code cracker. I want to reach the point where I have a team of my own. So do you have to be a code cracker to do that? Yes. For me, the digital world is the only place where I can really change my life. He has a premonition. This job is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for Eiji to become a cracker of the highest caliber and change his life. I want to be on the same level as you, Professor Ryuzenji. If it is possible to capture the digital world directly with the 5 human senses, not through monitors or observational data. That's what I want to do. As they actually are. To be able to live in the digital world. Hearing Eiji's words, Ryuzenji smiles. The digital world can change a person's life. Like it did with me. Eiji took these words as the words of a successful man who had become one of the wealthiest men in the world. But he has nothing at the moment. He has no wealth, no education, and, moreover, no girlfriend. He doesn't have what it takes. He has nothing to live for but a cramped 3-mat room and an unhealthy, irregular diet. He can survive for now, but it won't be enough in the long run. As you get older and time goes by, it will get more boring. I want to change my life. I want to win in the digital world. His mind is made up. He has no intention of losing out on his connection with Professor Ryuzenji. No matter what it takes, he will finish this training job with Lugumon. No matter what. Sometimes you can understand the world that you should have seen and known for a long time only by looking at it from a different angle. Ryuzenji murmurs. That's good. That's really good. I asked you to train Lugumon, but at the same time I was testing you, Eiji. Ah, there you go again. If you were invested in the code cracking team down to their ideology. If you were a happy-go-lucky kid drunk on freedom, a foolish brat who squanders his freedom, I wouldn't have given you this job. Sons of Chaos. The insignia, a badge, with a 3-letter alphabet. The badge, which was featured in the promotional movie, should be familiar to anyone who has ever tried to peek into the internet underground. Sons of Chaos. Eiji takes a deep breath. The Sons of Chaos. It appears you know of them. Of course, I do. They're an incredibly famous code cracking group. What is your honest impression of Sons of Chaos? Eiji answers. On another level. They're top-notch. He really admires them. But if you want to enjoy a carefree, easygoing life, they are the ones you should stay away from. They're extremists. A militant organization that is considered to be the right wing of the code cracking team. They are known for their crimes using Digimon, information theft, corporate blackmail, cyber terrorism, you name it. But their leader has so much charisma. The Cyclops incident, the legendary code cracker, Tartaros, a person who is at war with the world. The Cyclops incident won't be described here. It was an event that made it impossible for the leaders of the international community to ignore the existence of code crackers, code cracking teams, and the digital world. The leader of the Sons of Chaos, code cracker Tartaros, is yet to be identified. All that's known about him is that he's apparently Japanese. He is a dark hero. Tartaros is very popular. Much more popular than I am. Ryuzenji smiles. There are many followers of Tartaros in Grimm, but there are also those who are against these extremists, saying that if they become too conspicuous, laws and regulations will be tightened. That's just it. Ryuzenji looks at Eiji. Sons of Chaos organization is interfering in the digital world in a very negative way. The over-interference is creating risks to the Digimon ecosystem and ultimately to human society. And it's threatening my research as well. To the point where I'm extremely concerned about it. I see. It would be unfortunate for both humans and Digimon if the digital world and the real world become more isolated than they already are due to stricter legal restrictions. Wouldn't you agree? Ryuzenji takes a neutral position toward code crackers. If he didn't, he wouldn't have hired Eiji for this job. However, he is deeply concerned about violent crimes and terrorism using Digimon. This is because, ultimately, he loves Digimon very much. If there is one thing Ryuzenji cannot forgive, it's code crackers who misuse Digimon and put them in danger. If you're a professor, don't you have a lot of contacts in the government? Eiji asks the question. Ryuzenji is a government expert on technology and a special advisor to the digital world. He is also involved in the selection of police equipment. Of course we have been lobbying for this. However, the current Prime Minister is all about studying, but has no power to implement. The police, on the other hand, just follow the law and crack down on code crackers. The related laws are not yet in place or are insufficient. Things are not going well. Professor. I think we're getting off on the wrong foot here. I guess you're not interested then. It's not like that at all. I'm just getting more and more excited is all. Ever since he decided to become a code cracker, he knew that one day he would want to do this kind of work. He doesn't mean capturing Digimon, collecting Digi-eggs, or collecting junk data. As a cracker, confronting other crackers. He wants to do something dangerous, a job with a more adult feel to it. It's an undercover investigation into the Sons of Chaos. I want you to find out what the mysterious leader Tartaros is up to. It's all for the sake of the digital world and Digimon. It's for the sake of protecting them. Illustration by Plex. To be continued. See you in the next chapter.